Good afternoon, everybody. It's cold in Michigan, but Jen and I and Arrow are out here walking. I say a lot on this channel about how fitness doesn't have to be difficult, and it's kind of just the culmination of a lot of little things put together and a lot of little things done well. And this walk is one of the little things that we've tried to incorporate this year to build off of, a kind of a stepping off point. Every single Monday through Friday since, did we start this at the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
We have been out here walking on our lunch break. Just a quick 30-minute walk. It's not always easy. It is 100% not fun. I think Monday the temperature was like 15 degrees out here. It was horrible. We were completely bundled up, but every day we're out here walking. And then typically on weekends we'll walk inside just because it's a little too cold to bring the baby yet. But it's a small thing that we've done, and honestly we've seen a lot of good improvements. Jen, you're down a pound?
Yep. A
pound in, I mean, to be honest, you haven't been tracking your food since this week, right? Or last week? Yeah, so without really paying attention to what she was eating, she was able to maintain the weight all through Christmas, which I cannot say. And after a week of tracking her food, doing this, we're trying to close rings on our Apple Watch. She's down a pound. Oh, I'm sorry. We are closing our rings on our Apple Watch, which is a whole separate bet that we have going on, where I have to close. Well, we both have the 30 minutes of activity. I'm doing 1,000 calories, you're doing 500. And this walk gets you that closed ring, right?
Yep.
So just doing a 30-minute walk, if you have an Apple Watch, I think 500 is the default, but just a quick walk closes those rings, gets you motivated to work out again the next day. And it's so simple. And just to be clear, we are not saying Apple Watch activity monitors are perfect and, you know, a positive metric on working out and how many calories you burn. I never factor how many calories I burn into my diet. That's completely separate. I use my Apple Watch just as a quick motivator and just something I can use to reference and give me a baseline of my day-to-day activity. Because Jen was just saying, again, to be clear, this walk will get her, you said, around 200 calories?
I think so.
And I think for me it's about the same. I burn a few more calories during this. I'm bigger. So I think I burn around 250 from this walk alone. And then my street parking workouts are usually another 200 to 300 calories depending on what I do day to day. So just in under an hour of exercise, I'm taking out half of my daily calorie goal, and then I just have to move throughout the day and not sit on my chair all day. A new tripod. Tripod. Seems pretty straightforward to me. All right, now we're at maximum height on this tripod, and this is very tall. I think it's 77 inches. Probably never gonna use it this high, but I can if I needed to, and it sure is a whole lot taller than my switch pod, which is great. I love this thing, but it doesn't go very high. And I don't always like to try and find things to prop this up against. So now I can just pull this out, and look at that. That's not a bad height right there. Anyway, so going along with what we talked about earlier when we were on our walk is trying to do small things and do them well and do them consistently and be disciplined in those small things. So our initial goal this year was to go on that walk as often as possible. Like I said, Jen will do that walk every single day. I go with her Monday through Friday. And then on weekends, I'm usually in the gym for the whole thing. And then outside of that, the other thing that I am trying to accomplish is just doing 100 push-ups and 100 squats. So between those two things, about a 30-minute walk, and then those push-ups and squats take me anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes, depending on how slow I'm going that day. It's a pretty good level of activity to get going. And I'm trying to do the 100 reps of each every single day, day in and day out. No excuses there, because it's all done inside. I don't need to be outside. It's not weather dependent. I can do all of those inside whenever I need to. And my initial goal was to do them kind of spread out, do 20 here, 20 there, and do them throughout the day. I have found that hasn't been the case. I'm usually doing them right before bed, all 100 of each, because I'll forget, or I just don't feel like doing it throughout the day, and I procrastinate, and I really hate doing it that way, so I should change. I haven't yet. Except for today, I'll be doing all 100 reps right now. And that's all it really is. 100 reps, push-ups and squats. Whew. I'm a little winded right now. I did it in 4 sets of 25 of each, which is something new. I have not been able to do that this whole time. Honestly, the first time I started doing these, I did 10 sets of 10 of each, because if I did anything more, by the time I hit like rep 40 on both of them, I was exhausted. The first time I did this, it took me over 15 minutes to complete, and just steadily doing it, I'm now doing it in 4 sets of 25 apiece rather than 10 sets of 10. And instead of taking 15 minutes, this one took me 6.5. So I'm seeing progress. It's extremely motivating. When it's 10:30 at night, I don't want to do this, but I know it's just because I'm lazy, and I should have done it already throughout the day, because it's 6.5 minutes. But yeah, my point again today, keep fitness simple. Don't overthink what you're doing. Don't try and say, oh, I don't have a cycle planned out, I can't start. Just start. Go for a walk. Go outside. Even if it's cold, put on a jacket. Do push-ups, do sit-ups, scale as needed. Set a goal a little bit higher than what you think. I honestly thought I was going to be able to do 100 no problem my first few days. Found out that wasn't the case. I've built up to it. My big picture goal is I would love to be able to do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, completely unbroken by the end of the year. And I think I can at the rate I'm going. So that's what I hope to accomplish, and once I start hitting that, maybe I'll add something else in or increase the weight. But for right now, my goal is to do these 200 reps every single day, every day of 2021. And we'll see what I get at the end of the year. So I hope you guys like this video. Please hit the thumb up button if you did. Make sure you're subscribed. I've got a lot of content coming, more than just the street parking vault stuff. That's still going to be every week, but I've got a few in between videos planned too. And until next time, we're all in progress, but you have to start to see it.